Welcome back to our third video. So we're just about to take a deep dive into some of the developer aspects we've been working at. So we might have a look, we might talk about, I think, we'll look at the Overland map, okay? You'll be spending a lot of time here and you're looking at there going, man, that's dark. The reason is because it's nighttime. We don't recommend travel at nighttime at all. What will happen though, as you, if you want to travel at night, the game certainly isn't going to stop you, and you will also be able to have a light and you'll be able to see a little bit around. I'm going to do something like that, but I think I really wanted that feel, so that as you move, you can distinctly see the times change as you go. So you know, that was a day's journey. So there we are. We've traveled a couple of tiles. That's what it's taken. It's probably been about from midnight through to the time there now, which is where have I got the time? It's currently prime, so it's just coming up on dawn, and you can see Nuremeberg is a city there. Now those hex graphics are functional, and they're probably going to be good enough to get us through to alpha. We can do redraws, custom art, and so on. As I said, this entire interface, everything was all is all a custom engine, so we can do whatever we want. And the inspirations, of course, are the original Darklands and Baldur's Gate and so on. So we may pretty it up, but we wanted to get the essentials up and running. So as you move, you will find that dawn gets lighter. There we go, we're now at daytime. You're able to have a camp and do various things. Let's have a look at, we'll just press F1 for a moment. And this shows us a little bit about the authority systems in the game. It looks simple, but it's very deep. Just because a city has certain rules doesn't mean it's followed universally. There's an influence around it, and the more powerful the city, the more stronger the political influence is, the more that's accepted and recognized and used. In this particular world of 1432, it's not one big united Germany. It is a very disparate set of states, all with their own rules, depending on who controls them and so on. And understanding who controls what is one of the things that you can exploit in the game. And so it makes sense to understand it. So that represents the political authority, how far it reaches, and where it is. And as you can see, as I move further away, the authority level begins to drop. And so people are gonna, just because you're big and powerful in Nuremeberg, doesn't mean that people are necessarily gonna listen to you. And if you're an outlaw, you know what you can sort of get away with. That's sort of where we're going with this. Ecclesiastical authority or church authority is similar. You notice it's gone smaller. I'm not sure about that yet. I need to do a bit more research about to how that works. I suspect it could even be actually larger than political. So we're genuinely trying to represent what happens here. This is really relevant because when you travel, you need to claim what status or authority you're actually traveling under. So if you're a member of the priesthood, are you representing, is that the authority that you're going to bear? Are you going to present yourself as an important official of Nuremeberg, or are you trying to slip under and be a thief and a sneaky guy, and you don't want to bear anybody, you don't want to attract any attention because you're in the bad books? So this is where this is going to come into it. It's going to be really fun going through thinking about who in your party you're going to have as a leader in a particular area. Maybe one of your party members has a better reputation and you're better off just putting the hood down and putting them up the front for a while. That's how I'm thinking. This here represents the economic power or the economic authority that exerts, and those three will have a very interesting interaction working throughout it. So I hope that sort of gives you a little bit of a feel for where we're going. Now we're just going to go back to the city. By the way, if we decide to avoid those roads and just travel by ourselves across the thing, time will pass a lot faster because the speed at which you travel at will be a lot slower. So when we go in now to the town, we can, we're now in Nuremeberg, or Nuremeberg, however you want to say it. And this is the interface system that we have. So we've arrived at the gates. Remember, all the graphics have not been done. A lot of placeholders are in place. So please no comments about that, about the interface. It's just at the beginning stages, okay? So you can request entry, bribe guards. These are just basic placeholders for now. And when you are in, you will see, just like when you entered into the town in Darklands, you can then decide on where you're going. So what are you going to be able to do in this area? What do the graphics look like? We'll have a look at that in the next video.